Good morning, guys and girls. So today I'd like to show you the new pod mod by Voopoo called the Navi, which is their new little mod that they brought out. That actually it uses the same coils as the Vinci mod. So if you already own a Vinci, you're going to love this because it uses the same interface, same type of chip as well. But this one is something different because you've got a triple airflow system towards it. Now let's have a look and see. First, on the front, you have a little bit of a description of what the mod is all about, a little picture of the mod itself, and this is actually cool. What I like about what they do is the specific color or style that you have inside the package will be on the front of the box, and it will name it over here as well. You can see on the sides you've got some features of the mod being named over here. On this side you've got some social media, or everything where you need to contact them. On the back of the box you're going to see that it lists everything that you get inside the box itself. Now with this one you get two coils. You get a 6.6 ohm PNP coil, which is going to be your mouth lung coil, and your 0.45 ohm, which is going to be your direct lung coil. Now both of these coils are mesh coils, actually very awesome little coils. Now it lasts quite long. Yeah, so, and you get your, but we're going to see exactly what happens when I open up the box. You got your scratch little part over here where you can verify your product. Okay, so let's open up the box. So this is what the mod looks like. It's nice and small. We're going to do some measurements just now. I'm going to show you what it looks like. What you've got here is you've got your pod system over here. You can take that out like that, and there you can see there's your two contact points. Let's just get the camera to focus on there. Okay, there you go. You've got your two contact points. Now you see this little tube coming up over here. This is actually the third part of the airflow system that I was talking about. So you've got one side of airflow, the other side of airflow, and you have these two heavy magnets that are actually pulling in the pod itself. The pod, this is what the pod looks like itself. You've got your magnets over here. You've got your filling port over here. Nice little snug little rubber tab where if you pull it up you can refill it. I'm going to show you guys now. And then you've got this neat little tab over here, and I'm going to show you exactly what that tab does. Very nice constructed. You can actually, it is see-through, as you can see, so you can see the level of liquid that you have inside. Okay, let's switch the mod on. 5 clicks on, goes Voopoo. Shows you the Navi. This is what the interface looks like, and with this one it actually comes standard with the new firmware as well, whereas if you click it 5 times, 1 2 3 4, or sorry 4 times, you go into an RBA mode. You'll see the whole interface changes color, and then it goes into an RBA mode so that you can use that new RBA that Voopoo has brought out as well. Go back 1 2 3 4. There you go, back to your normal interface. And the gene chip, what I like about this gene AI chip is it actually measures your coil, and you can't burn your coil because it won't actually run the coil higher than it actually can run up to. So you'll see that it is actually quite interesting. I'll show you guys when I've got a coil in here as well. So okay, now it goes as low as 5 watts. It goes all the way up to 40 watts. That's the maximum power. I don't have a coil inside here now, but we're going to do that just now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is in the rest of the box, let's show you what you get. You get your user manual, different languages. We'll open that up so you can see different languages, fully explained, and for something that comes from China, you can actually, the translation is actually quite good. Okay, so let's put that one side. Then you've got your gene card. You've got your Voopoo warranty card. If you fill that out and send it through to Voopoo. Your peripheral pouch. I'll sorry if the coil packages are already opened. Because I was tasting this, I needed to open up the coils to see. Now you get 2 coils that you get inside the box, and then you get obviously your USB cable for charging and firmware updates. This is a built-in battery, 1500 milliamps, so you are going to only be charging it via that cable or via a cable. You get 2 coils. One is a mouth-to-lung coil, which would be this one. It's going to be your 0.6 ohms, and then this one, which is going to be your direct lung coil, which is a 0.45 ohms. Now today I'm going to test it for you, or going to show it for you with the mouth-to-lung coil, which, as you can see on the inside there, I don't know, let's get the camera to focus. There you can see it's also a mesh coil, so the flavor would be quite nice on this. Today we're going to fill it with one of my favorite salt nicks for 2019, Pink Panther Pink series. This is the Pink Panther Pink Candy, which is very nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime the coil first. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. You just put a couple of drops on there. It'll saturate inside there. Same on this side. On all the holes, it'll saturate inside to the inside of the coil itself. Make sure to prime your coils first, because if you do put these coils in without any e-liquid and you fire it, it will burn your coil, it will burn the cotton, and you would have wasted one coil. Okay, so let's just, to put the coil in, it's just push and play. There you go, coil is fitted. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to open up this little tab over here, and we're going to fill it with e-liquid. It takes 3.8 milliliters of e-liquid. That's for the standard version, and your TPD version takes 2 milliliters of e-liquid, which is quite a lot. 3.8 milliliters of e-liquid. You'll see it works quite nicely. Sorry if the gloves are shiny a bit. It's some of the e-liquid that's gone on there. Okay, so now let's just let this little one sit and saturate before we start firing it up. Let's do some measurements on the mods for you guys. Now they do specify that the mod itself is 96 millimeters by 34.5 by 18.3. We'll just measure it to make sure. It's a 1500 milliamp battery with a charging period of 1.5 hours, which is actually quite nice. It reads a resistance of 0.3 to 2 ohm coils. So if you're running an RBA in there with a high resistance coil or something like that, it'll work nicely as well. It's got a lot of protection features in it, so you don't overfire it, and it doesn't burn your coils or anything like that. No dry firing, and like I said, if you put a certain coil in it, it won't let you go over a certain wattage, as to make sure that you don't burn your coil. Okay, let's check. Okay, no, it doesn't now help. We check it over there. Let's check it like that. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got is it 16, 18 millimeters on the width, or the thickness on the width. Let's have a look. That's at 34 millimeters on the width of the mod. Okay, this one has been sitting now. It's been priming. Let's put it in there. As you can see, it automatically adjusts the mod to the specific wattage that it recommends for you. What you can do is you can, if you press the fire button 3 times, it's 1, 2, 3, it goes to auto, 1, 2, 3, auto and push, and 1, 2, 3, push only. So I'm going to go to the auto and push. There you go. And let me show you, if you want to up your wattage, it'll show you a max power of, I'd say, at this specific coil, 28 watts. What that means is that you can't go higher than that 28 watts. It protects your coil, makes sure that you don't overburn the coil or overheat the coil itself as well. It's got a 2-week puff counter, so if you are familiar with Da Vinci's menu system and subsystems, this will work perfectly for you guys. This is a little perfect little beginner mod as well. Yeah, that's basically it. It shows you your puff counter, 2-week puff counter, puff time, resistance, goes voltage, it's auto, draw and push. Nice little features for a little mod like this. Okay, now as promised, I told you I'm going to show you guys a little bit about this little tab that we've got over here. These little tabs are what I actually like about this mod. What I didn't like about DaVinci is that you couldn't control the airflow that much. It was just one way or the other. With this one you can actually, it's quite nice. What I mean by it is with the flick of this little tab over here, if you push it down, it's going to go into a mouth to lung mode, which means it restricts your airflow, especially on the one side. And if you flick it upwards, it's going to be a direct lung, which means is you can do your normal 3 milligram, 2 milligram type juices, stuff like that. Also, what I've noticed is, and this is just one of my final little tips and tricks to the mod itself, I've noticed that I like a very much a restricted draw when it comes to mouth to lung type of vaping, because you need to get that higher or that more restrictive hit so that you get a proper mouth to lung hit. What I actually noticed is if you take a draw, if you draw from your mod, if you put your finger, if you place your finger over this little slit, this little airflow slit over here as well, it restricts it even more. It gives you that nice pod type of feeling that you get when you are vaping on it, and it gives you that nice restrictive draw. It works nicely with mouth to lung, freebase or salt nick, and like I said, it is salt nick compatible and it is freebase compatible, so you can actually, this is a perfect little mod for a beginner, same as with DaVinci. Voopoo, you guys have outdone yourself. This one I like, it's nice and small, it's the profile of it's much thinner. I like this mod a lot. But guys, don't take my word for it. As soon as it hits the market, it's only on pre-order at the moment from Voopoo, but as soon as it hits the market, I'd recommend go on, head out, give this guy a go. This is a little awesome little guy. And I've already ordered my RBA, so as soon as I get the RBA, I'll be testing it in this as well, coupled with the Vinci X review. I will show you guys exactly what that is all about, and show you guys what else you can do with these little mods. You can actually feel the quality on this. Yes, the quality is quite good. So yeah, that's it for me. Henny Pret Vapor signing out. Thank you very much for tuning into my channel. Thank you much for tuning into the video. If you guys have any questions at all, you're more than welcome to leave a comment. Please like and subscribe, share it to your friends. Go and check out my Instagram channel, my Instagram page as well, which is Henny Pret Vapor. And on Facebook it's just Henny Pretorius. And thank you so very much for watching. Thank you guys. Have a good day, and above all, keep them cloudy.
Sky.